What's up, everyone? It's your boy Norman Brad A9 here, bringing you another video. And I know it's been a few days, but I had my wife's birthday and my birthday also this past week, and then I got sick for like 4 days, so that kind of sucked a lot of ass. So today we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that's been going down. We have a lot of horror movie news, and we're also going to talk about the streaming movie theater wars that is currently going on. We are in the middle of the movie theaters versus streaming war. Which side are you going to pick? So like I said, today we're going to talk about a lot of the new movie news that I heard about, mostly horror movies and stuff like that, and my feelings on movie theaters and streaming, how it's, affecting and what's going to be happening, I think, in the future. Let's get into this. Roll it. First off, we got a lot of huge news for the horror community over the past few days. It's been kind of like new news every day. So, let's get into one right off the bat. And, let's say right now, my most excited one is the Hellraiser new film that we're getting. I believe this is the new film. It's the new Hellraiser film. It's directed by David Bruckner, I believe, and it's going to Hulu. So, a lot of people are calling it the Hulu Raiser. And this is going to be the one that has a female lead as the Pinhead role. So I'm very excited about that, to see what a female lead is going to be able to do as a Cenobite. It's going to open up the world for a lot of more crazy situations, practical effects, and I can't wait to see what the storyline is. And I believe Clive Barker is involved in the production of this movie. He's not, I don't think he's doing any story treatment stuff, but he's involved in production, and I believe David S. Goyer is actually helping out on the writing team. So that's very exciting news. All those are positives in my book. And like the Hulu thing, that's going to lead into our streaming versus movie theater war stuff. So stay tuned and all that. But yeah, Hellraiser, Hulu, and that's going to be October 7th. Yes, October 7th. So we got an official release date for that. Now some other news, and this one I'm a little bittersweet on. I'm happy that it's getting a theatrical release. I'm just pissed off that we got to wait till April, because we are supposedly going to be getting this film in late September, maybe early October. But Evil Dead Rise, yes, is not. We're not going to be seeing it until April next year, but it is going to be getting a full-on theatrical release. So a lot of people are excited about that, because their creators, writers, the producers, everybody's very confident that Evil Dead Rise is going to make some dope money in the theaters. So that's also leading into our other main topic for the day: theaters versus streaming. So like I said, all of this has to tie into that thing. So that's why I wanted to do just a huge video talking about these things. But Evil Dead Rise, yes, I'm very excited for. I'm just bittersweet on it, and the fact that we have to wait till April. I'm like, if you're going to get a theatrical release and we know this movie's done already, like, why can't we get it in the fall time? Like, why can't we get it past, even if it's past Halloween, why can't we get this in November or something like that? It's just, we have to wait till April next year. Come on. So that's what's kind of frustrating for me. Another one, let's get into it now. More horror news. Halloween Ends. Jamie Lee Curtis put out an official video where she let us know that Halloween Ends is going to be going to streaming, Peacock, and in theaters the same day on October 14th. So, man, I don't know. That's a mixed bag. Some people are really upset about this and some people aren't. I know I can understand both sides. I really do see both sides, because the fact that they're releasing it on Peacock on the same day means it's just more accessible to me, to more people, but not necessarily everybody, maybe pays for a Peacock subscription. Some people, they borrow their friend's login, or, maybe they get it free with some kind of service or cellular service they have, or AT&T or something like that. So that's why kind of people are upset as Halloween Ends. It won't, the gross, the money making stuff, people wanted that full on theatrical release, because especially recently, like Nope, and what is it, The Black Phone, and we had another one recently too, X. All these films were just full-on theatrical releases when they first came out, and it's like they made some really decent money. So why not just lean on that with Halloween Ends? That's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is like, I just like it, the fact that I can go to the theaters, because I'm going to go to the theaters to support this film. I'm going to go to the theaters to support Michael Myers, and I'm going to go see Halloween Ends because it's Michael Myers versus Jamie Lee Curtis. This is like the end of an era. I really think this is going to be Jamie Lee Curtis's last one as Laurie Strode. Like, I could possibly see her down the line making a cameo as like maybe some other side character type thing. But I think this is the end for the Michael Myers, Laurie Strode as we know it storyline. So I'm gonna go to the theaters, of course, to support that shit. And but I'm really happy that I'll be able to come back the same night or the very next day and watch it on Peacock. You know what I mean? I'll be able to watch it twice and give like a more in-depth review on really talking about my feelings on it, because that's one thing that I kind of get upset about sometimes is sometimes I only have enough money to go to the theaters once and I want to see a movie multiple times, and it's like, what? I already have a Peacock subscription, me, because I watch the WWE. I use it for the wrestling network, so it's a benefit for me. So that's why, like I said, I can see both sides of the coin and why people are upset and why people are happy. And then there's the middle ground people that really don't care. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the theaters to support Michael Myers for Halloween Ends, and like I said, that very night or the very next morning, I'm probably gonna watch it again on Peacock. That way, like I said, I can really get my positives and negatives in there and give a more in-depth review. Now, with that story and all the stories that we had today, that leads us into the main topic, which is movie theaters versus streaming. Which side are you on? And we are officially in the movie theater versus streaming war. And one thing I can tell you right off the bat is streaming, people love it because it's accessible. You're at home, you can watch it on your phone. Some people, like I said, when you have a mobile service, they give you HBO Max or Disney Plus for free. And like you get that option of being able to access so much content. But people do get tired of streaming. The thing that sucks about streaming is when stuff is original content on streaming, it doesn't always get a physical media release. And for me, being a physical media collector, that's just not my jam. I really want to own my stuff physically because I want to be able to watch it whenever I want. Because streaming services, sometimes they drop stuff. Sometimes they let movies go. Or like I said, maybe I don't want to pay $25 for Netflix. If that's what it's going to be in the future, I'm going to drop it, kind of thing. And I want to own some of that stuff on physical media. So that's the kind of thing that hurts with streaming, and that's what's really going on. But we do, and we have so many. The fact that we have so many now. There's Netflix, Apple TV, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Hulu, Tubi, which is free and probably the best. I'm not freaking lying to you right now. But there's just so much. Shudder, Screambox, like, come on. That it's just too much options. It's like, really, like, what the fuck are we doing here? It's just, before we know it, it's just gonna be everybody's streaming. Like, that's what I mean. It's what kind of side are you gonna pick? Then we have the movie theater side. The people who love going to the movies and love having that experience of being out, buying a ticket, going to see it in IMAX or Dolby, like, on the biggest screen possible, chilling with your loved ones or your friends or your kids and bringing them to a movie, popcorn, snacks, and all that kind of stuff. And yes, not every theater experience is the best, but every theater experience is unique. And that's what is, the best thing about that. So there's positives and negatives to both, but we are highly in the middle of a streaming versus movie theater war, and you really kind of like either have to play both sides or pick a side. Me, I love going to the movie theaters. There's so many memories I have as a kid and a teen going to the theaters. Some of my favorite moments in my life are seeing films with certain people in the theaters. You know what I mean? That's like some of my favorite moments in life. So, it's just hard because when you watch streaming, I like the accessibility of it, but I guess it's not as memorable. I'll tell you right now, like, I love Justice League Snyder Cut. That's a great one. Justice League Snyder Cut came out on HBO Max. We watched it, me and my wife, and it was like this epic event, 4 hours, but it's not as memorable as like when we say me and her went to go see Evil Dead in 2013, the reboot one. It's like, come on now. Like, that's the kind of thing, like that unique experience of actually driving, going to the theater and like, seeing it on the biggest screen possible and stuff. But Justice League Snyder Cut was amazing too on streaming because it was right here accessible. You could enjoy it in the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to worry about going out, coming in contact with other people. So like I said, this is highly an influential time as to which side are you going to pick, what's better for you, what's more easy for you in terms of that too. Like, what is the best option for you? Because some people have huge families. It doesn't make sense to spend so much money to go to the theaters to take you and 7 other people because that's how many are in your family and you want to all enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing. So you really have to look at it from everybody's perspective. Which side are you going to choose? Like, I really love movie theaters and that experience. The only thing that I have a problem with that is mainly time. Having someone like to figure out who watch the kids, because if I want to go see a horror movie, I can't always bring my youngest children. So it's like, those kind of things come into aspects with the theaters. There's more kind of hoops and stuff I have to go through to get to the movie theater. You know what I mean? And with streaming, it's like, oh, well, once they lay down and we lay them down for a nap, me and my wife could put on the streaming stuff. So there's options and things to both. Really, like I said, just wanted to talk about this. It's been a long time since I did a video, and we got a lot of horror news, and all of it has to do with pretty much streaming and movie theaters. So what do you all think? Let me know in the comment section. Are you highly choosing a side? Are you going to go full on streaming, full on theater? Do you like a little bit of both? Or what do you think the future is going to be? Do you think movie theaters are going to be like just a small niche thing, kind of like physical media collectors? Like it's just going to be a small little niche market that still does the movie theater thing, and then everything else is going to be streaming? Or do you think streaming will eventually, people will get tired of it, and the money and the commercials and all that crap, and losing the content you want and not having it all available, or Wi-Fi being down, like all those things, negatives to that too? So do you think that's going to hinder streaming in the future and make movie theaters come back with a vengeance? Like, I don't know, man. It's a crazy, wild time out there for cinema. So like I said, in the comment section, let me know what you think and what are your feelings on those, the horror news and what's coming out. Are you excited for Hellraiser, Halloween Ends, and Evil Dead Rise? I am too. So thanks for sticking around with me all for another video. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you get more videos like this. And have a safe and happy day, everyone. Peace out.